Okay, I think I'm recording. Uh, I don't want to make this video. I've been trying to avoid making this video for fucking 2 hours, but I'm gonna try and say my piece and move on. I've, over the last year with the fucking corona flu, I've thought it's all a fucking circus. It's a farce. I've no interest in any of it. I'm trying to get on with my own life, sit in the sun, be a fucking peaceful, sentient being and live life. But the higher self always has other ideas. No days off. So this morning, today is Good Friday, assuming I fucking put this video online, which I might not, and assuming I put it up today. But there's very strong energy, I feel today, or very strong shifts coming through me, but also a lot of stuff around the vaccine or vaccines. And I haven't really spoken much about vaccines before. I'm fucking annoyed even recording this because I don't fucking care. I've no fucking interest. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about the fucking corona flu, COVID, fucking CNN, fear porn, people dying. I don't care. Do you know why I don't care? Because there's people dying of fucking car accidents, diabetes, heart disease, cancer. Suicides are through the fucking roof. Alcoholism through the roof because of the corona flu, lockdowns. I don't care about this shit. Let them fucking kill each other. It's like the fucking liberals and the Republicans, or the Muslims and the fucking Jews. I think put all these beings in a stadium together and let them slaughter each other. I'm okay with that. No issue with that. Let them work it out. I'm all right. I'm going to go and sit in the sun, fucking eat an ice cream. So yeah, I've been unable to fucking avoid this subject this morning. It keeps coming back to me, and people keep messaging me about it, bringing up and asking questions and so on. So when I say I don't care about people dying or any of this stuff, what I mean is this is all unfolding perfectly. People are going to die. They're being removed because the energy is changing. The frequency is raising to an intense degree that some people are not able for it. It's not that they're not able for it. They're contracted to move to a different location. That's all it is. They're moving to a different room. Ooh, it's a bit hot in here. I'm going to go to that room. See you later. That's all it is. So they're moving, and the humans are going, why are they all moving to the other room? Like, maybe we should try and keep them in this room. No, let them go wherever the fuck they're meant to go. But if you imagine it as you're on a motorway, you're on a straight road, and there's various exits. So I would prefer, as you're listening to this, to be in your body, be in your core, be in your heart, be in your solar plexus, be in your stomach. This is not your exit. And I don't like saying that because it's none of my fucking business, and I don't particularly want to get involved. I want people to find their own fucking exit, their own instinct. And if you go and you get pumped full of fucking sludge from Pfizer, oh my God, Hillary Clinton is more trustworthy than Pfizer. Google Pfizer finds tens of billions. I mean, these companies, I'm trying to be a good boy. Believe me, this is very difficult. I'm trying to just shut the fuck up. I didn't want to make this video. I didn't want to have this conversation. It's none of my fucking business. But so I've talked before about meat and eating meat. I eat meat. I eat meat because I'm still continuing to integrate the frequency of meat. There is a frequency that I require, the death of the animal, the blood of the animal, the frequency of the animal, be that you want to call that light or dark or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that my physical body requires and my energetic body requires to take me to the frequency that I'm working towards. And some of that is force, the death of the animal. There's force in that that's required to get my message out, to communicate, to move through the world. Do I have time? I do. And that's okay. Like if we move away from right or wrong, good and evil, we evolve through these things. So a time will come where I'm not required to eat meat. A time will come where I'm not required to eat or drink because I can absorb the frequency of the sun, of the oxygen, of the air, whatever. So the vaccine is a frequency. You're choosing to engage with the frequency. So if I do medicine work or ayahuasca or whatever, choosing to engage with the frequency of this plant, of this being, the entity, I have a video from 2 years ago, the entity of alcohol. So you're watching this video and you're waking up and you're changing, your energy is shifting and changing. The entity of alcohol, I would imagine, does not fucking resonate with you very well. It's causing some fucking chaos. So you eventually get the fucking message and go, okay, this frequency is just not good for me, or meat or sugar or whatever it may be. So the point of this video is that the vaccine or the vaccines are an exit off the freeway, off this motorway. How far along the motorway do you want to go? Now, for me, I'm fucking going all the way. This is not my exit. When I say exit, I don't mean death. I just mean a different route. And it is a cul-de-sac that we have to get complete with. Talked about this before. All of our journeys are cul-de-sacs. Do Americans know what a cul-de-sac is? I don't fucking know. It's like a dead end, but you have to go down the dead ends. That's why you got into dysfunctional relationships. Oh, you got complete with it. You learn something from that crazy man or woman. It's like, oh, fuck, I won't do that again. And then you meet someone else and you spot them. I've been down that road. I'm not doing that again. You can see. So we learn, we evolve. Where you have 10 drinks and then you go, oh, that wasn't a good idea. I'm not going to do that again. That's what evolution is. The vaccine is a frequency. It is a fucking cul-de-sac. It is an exit from the main road. If you take the vaccine, you're choosing to go into that cul-de-sac to get complete with that. Now, maybe your being is saying, hey, I ain't ready for the fucking main road yet. Not ready to go down there. I don't know what's down there. It's a bit fucking scary. Doesn't feel right. I'm afraid of it, or, oh, I'm not ready for it. Hey, there's a bit of growth down here. Let's go down here for the next, and what comes to me is the next 5 to 10 lifetimes. Might be relevant, might not. Who knows? I can't prove it. And I can't disprove it. You can't disprove it either. So you'll go into that, potentially into that cul-de-sac for the next 5 to 10 lifetimes and work with the frequency of the vaccine, which is other beings, which is entities. I mean, ayahuasca is an entity. It's another energy. Cannabis, alcohol, fucking sugar. They're all entities that we're engaging with. But the frequency of the vaccine will not leave me alone. You know, it's 11:45 midday, 11:45 midday here. And this has just bombarded me this morning just to record this or to put across my perspective that there are perspectives that in taking the vaccine where our being is choosing to switch off a degree of our consciousness to go into this journey. And listen, all roads lead to Rome. So it's not wrong. If you've got the vaccine, it's not a fucking mistake. But that's where you're going. Next 5 to 10 lifetimes. So for those of you who are relatively somewhat have a fucking thread of consciousness about you in this moment, in your solar plexus, in your stomach, and you might think I'm a cunt in this moment, and I'm all right with that. But I want you just to feel, where are you going? I'm not going into the cul-de-sac. It's not that I don't want to. There's nothing there for me. Fucking no interest in it. And that's why I have no interest in making this fucking video. It's because I'm going someplace else. I'm going further. And there are some people who will see this video or hear these words And they know in their core, yeah, I'm going further too. But maybe their family or their parents or fucking CNN or the Sun newspaper or whatever was told, yeah, it might be a good idea to get vaccinated. Maybe that little voice coming in, you know, I fucking, maybe, because you're bombarded with it. And I want to be an alternative voice that says, I'm fucking not getting it because I'm going further down the fucking road. And that might resonate with you or it might not. And you have to take responsibility for that. You might feel, yeah, I can go further. So for me, I can go further. You know, I'm going to write, I've written a bit about it already and I might get it online the coming days, but the Batman Bane meme that I put online on my stories last night, like I meant that. When people come to me, I'll embrace your fucking depression and addiction and the violence. If you were sexually abused or raped, if you were an abuser, this life or previous lives, I'm okay with that because I can integrate that. I can work with, everyone's carrying this stuff. It's not alien. I'm not trying to get to fucking fluffy, manifest my fucking fluffy balloon. This is real life. This is how we get free. I'm all right with that. So I'm all right going further because so far it's been a fucking powerful journey and becoming more powerful and more liberating. So the people that need to hear this, I want you to feel this frequency. And right now it feels like there's two. One is around the vaccine, to double down on your core, that if you do decide to take it and you feel called to it, that you're signing up for that. Take full responsibility for that. You're now more conscious than you've ever been. So that's actually a lie. More conscious than you've been as a human. So take responsibility for what may unfold in the next 5 to 10 lifetimes as a result of working with this new virus. It's a virus. Do you remember the Matrix? You are a virus. The vaccine is a fucking virus. The vaccine is a frequency that you're choosing to work with. Now, maybe you're free enough, time check, evolved enough. Maybe you have pockets of awareness that you can tap into, that you can override this vaccine. You can integrate this fucking bacteria, this virus. It's a computer virus, you know, that's spreading and that's feeding upon people, switching them off. So maybe you're able to override that, and more fucking power to you. But also there's a degree that you are being moved to a different frequency on this planet, potentially. So I was 12 months ago, and I knew increasingly I had to get out of Ireland, and praise the Lord, praise Allah that I did, because it's a fucking shithole, and I'm glad I got out of it. But some of you are being moved to just fucking realign, go someplace, stop your job, maybe leave your spouse. I don't know, but the intensity is increasing. And I mean, I talked about this in January about the coming year, that yes, we're moving to the new world, but that means a higher temperature that burns out the lower shit. And whatever lower shit we have, I'm feeling it. I have my own sort of a visa situation coming up here, which is going to be interesting. That I may have to leave the country. Most likely we'll have to leave the country to get sorted. But keep in mind, I love capitalism. I think capitalism is a gift. The free market, it's not what they tell you it is. What they tell you it is not capitalism. Capitalism is just trade between people, free trade between people. I have an idea. Do you want this? Yeah, you want it. You want my apple? Yeah, give me 50 cents. Brilliant. That's all that capitalism is. Boil it down, keep it really clean and simple. The market provides. So if vaccine passports come in and these COVID tests come in, there is a black market for COVID tests, and there will be, if there isn't already a black market for vaccine passports. So we will be looked after wherever we're going, but follow your instinct. And I've run out of time, so I'm going to stop.